Welcome to the Get More Money show. First, let me tell you the headlines. I would like you to know that today the Nasdaq is increasing to a level that we've never seen since 1965. Also, Mrs. Janet Yellen just raised the interest rates for the first time in nearly a decade. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the pleasure to welcome two guests to explain the crisis of 2007. He's the most famous historian from Washington, D.C. Please make some noise as well for Mark Jagger. Thank you. Hello. Have a seat.
Thank you.
He is an established economist and a former banker from Deutsche Bank. Please make some noise for Mr. Papin.
Hi, Suyak. It's a pleasure.
Have a seat. Okay guys, go ahead. Explain us the subprime crisis.
First, to understand the subprime crisis, we have to come back to 9/11/2001. Because of this tragic attack, the American people were scared to consume.
Okay.
Then, to boost the economy, George Bush and the Federal Reserve decided to reduce the rate of interest. Therefore, the banks were given easy credit. They were called subprimes, even to people who were unable to pay. But what they didn't know, that it was variable rates. As expected, the rates began to rise and the poor Americans couldn't pay back their credit, so it began with a bank.
Whoa, you're going too far. That's not how it happened.
Hold on, calm down guys, we're here to discuss quietly.
This isn't the bank fault. People knew what they were signing up for, and we didn't know that they were a housing bubble. And as you notice, this is exactly like the crack of Wall Street. They were a bubble, but with a stock market. But people are facing a problem when it's come to pay back the bank.
You are responsible for this. People were buying houses, so the price rose, and this created a speculative bubble. And when it blew up, no one could pay back the debts. Plus, you return credits with no value were adding with valuable credits, and you sold them to insurance companies.
It's invisible, that's a fact. And you forget that some people made a lot of money in this case. Just as Joseph Kennedy during the Wall Street cut. The credit we saw were clean, we just make up some credit with others to make it more affordable for the households. That's what we call a CDO, collateralized debt obligation.
Okay, and beside the CDO or whatever it's called, can you tell us more about the bubble?
But we can anticipate a bubble. You know, there were a lot of bubbles in history. A bubble is when people are overestimating something like internet, or more recently like subprimes. It is happening when something new appears. In the 90s, the revolution was internet. So in the stock exchange, everyone was overestimated this market. Everyone were buying stock option because they were seeking that it would.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that people earn money in that story?
Yes, some genius knew that they were on bubble and the government against the healthiest market. And when it collapsed, they earned a huge amount of money.
On the back of millions of Americans who lost their jobs.
So now, can you explain how the state managed to regulate the crisis?
The states of all countries did borrow money to face the bank crisis. In fact, the demand of goods and services were decreasing after the bank crisis.
All the policies taken by the government avoid the recession.
Okay, guys. To conclude to this lively debate, we can say, as a simple TV presenter, what I've myself understood is that easy credit is not a solution at all. And I hope you enjoyed too this debate. We're not safe from another crisis, so thanks for everybody and see you next week for another debate about what will be the future of money. Loanable money or liquidity money.